And as the lap counter ticks down, the pulse rate ticks up. 26 to go.
It's called the intensity. The intensity is picking up.
Jeff Gordon in 32nd place. One lap.
Whoa, there you go. There you go. This is it, guys.
Jarrett, Nemechek, Jeff Burton, Mike Skinner.
It's
one
over.
car hard up into the wall, joined by another.
And they just keep wrecking.
And the hits keep on coming.
And the big hit was Joe Nemechek. Brett Bodine on fire. Leaders will have to race back to the caution flag. Here comes, I think this is Sadler again. It is Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, but here comes Gordon right back here behind him.
Yeah, they're off the 24 car right there. He's trying to get his lap back as well. Elliott Sadler looks like he will accomplish it. Jeff Gordon will not. And I don't think Michael Waldron, you mentioned it, Darrell, had a problem giving that 21 car lap back. Not going to give that 24 car.
Dale Jarrett is moving around inside the number 88. He's going to climb out. Todd Bodine is out. Rather, Brett Bodine. He owns that car and that race team. And of that number 11, there is little left. Matt Kenseth is involved. Heavy nose damage. But I'm worried about Joe Nemechek. That car hit the turn 1 wall with tremendous force. There's Mike Skinner.
That's Dale Jarrett. Jarrett's out and he's looking over the car, and there's
Martha Nemechek, Joe's mom.
Last night Martha was celebrating Joe's victory. Tonight she's in tears.
I don't know whoever got down the apron got turned.
Mike Skinner has come to rest.
Had a good run going there. See Bobby Labonte. All kinds of damage to that car.
And Brett Bodine's out of that car. And the good news about the Joe Nemechek car was they were attending to the car, not to the driver's compartment. So we can presume from that Joe's okay. And here's Mike Skinner moving around. And the face of Martha Nemechek, remember, she lost a son in a race car crash at Homestead, Miami. Lost her younger son, John. But the window net is down on Joe Nemechek's number 25. And that's always a sign that we believe he's gotten out of the car. We'll await confirmation. Joe Nemechek is out of the car. Brett Bodine is out of his car. The wings will be extra crispy tonight.
This starts by somebody getting crowded down on the apron here. Oh, Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett goes down in front of the 21 car, wasn't that? Oh, no, that was the 99 car. Oh, man, you're right, Mike. Nemechek took a hard lick. Then the 4 car.
Saw the lick that Brett Bodine and 11 took there in front of Joe Nemechek.
Steve Park.
Look at Blaney in the 77 all the way down on the apron, along with Jimmy Johnson in the 48 as well.
Nemechek gets hit once and then straight up and into the wall. The drivers call it the big one. And Darrell, I think we've accepted it's somewhat inevitable in this type of race. Let's see if Jeff Gordon gets through this.
Yeah, he got through. He tried to get his lap back, but Dale Jarrett's going to pay the price here. The 99 gets a run on him, and he tries to block him. The 99 got into him, and the rest.
Just look at the cars through his windshield. You just wonder, is it ever going to quit hitting?
Mike, I've seen this. I've seen these things so many times that I had that, as I just said, I had that feeling that we saw it was coming.
Dale Jarrett walking back from turn 1.
I'm sure Dale is quite dejected. He had a great car.
He had a top 5 car, certainly.
Had a top 5 car, and
Jarrett a wave to the crowd. I believe he waved off a ride in the ambulance earlier.
They will insist that he goes to the care center. It's kind of mandatory.
Right.
I think right now he just wants to walk back to the pits by himself.
Yep.
I'm thinking that you know, he's probably a little upset with himself.
Here's Brett Bodine, who is okay. A little water there. And it's another truck Dale doesn't want to drive.
Well, it's what happens here is, you know, Burton had a run on the 88, and the 88 tried to block him, and they came together, and when they did, it just started this.
Jimmy Spencer cut left, and I think he missed it. Just barely.
Terry
Because
Labonte there.
Nemechek came straight up the track in front of Spencer's 41, and so did Skinner.
Look at Ricky Rudd in the 28 car. He's going to go to the bottom of the racetrack and just barely get by Jeff Burton.
See, these cars will go up and down. They start at the bottom, they go up, hit the wall, they'll come down, and sometimes they'll go right back up. That's why it's so hard to miss a wreck here. There's just no way that the cars will stay in one spot. Jimmy Johnson creeping through. This is coming to the start-finish line. You see the 99 drop down to the inside. Got a run on Jarrett. Starts to look to the inside. It's kind of hard to say what happened there. It looked like Dale tried to block him, moved down a little bit, and when he did, they come together. Not so sure.
There's that lick again by Joe Nemechek. That was a hard lick.
Well, so was the 11 car. I
Yeah.
mean, those two cars really, they cracked that wall hard.
It was like Skinner was a croquet ball and just sent Brett Bodine into the wall.
Saw Steve Park in the one car involved as well.
This next replay in real time.
Jeremy Mayfield in the 19 all the way out in the grass.
Folks, I've been in these things, and I tell you, TV we just can't do it justice as to what that feels like.
The caution is out at Daytona International Speedway for this grinding crash with 21 laps to go.
Denny Hamlin out of shape. Here's the big one. A number of drivers involved as they come down toward turn one.
Oh, wow, that was a ton. This is big. Man, was that Ambrose? Somebody hit a ton up there. That was big. Biffle got hit a little bit and got sent back across the racetrack into the 11 car, I think is what we'll see.
Trevor Bayne, one of the drivers involved.
And the second wreck of the night for him.
Window net goes
He's got caught
down.
in two of them.
That's a sign to safety workers that he is okay. Joey Logano, Clint Boyer, among those involved. And there's the Boyer car.
We said earlier, when this thing gets down to this stage, it's all take and no give, and that's what happens when you get to that place. Everybody's just trying to did not realize that the 18 car was in it. What a great night that Kyle Busch has had until this point.
And he was the wild card leader coming into this race, was Kyle Busch.
Watch the 16, yeah.
Yes.
And Hamlin just gets a big run. Got tapped. Did he get tapped by the 5?
It was close.
It's hard to say from that angle. It almost looks like he gets the 9. Look at the 9 car go back up the racetrack. Oh.
Yeah, David Gilliland, Dave Blaney, Martin Truex Jr. Saw Hamlin was involved. The damage for Kyle Busch, Juan Pablo Montoya.
And that's one thing, too, when these cars don't change direction very good. I think he went to turn to the left. It almost looked like Biffle maybe went down a little bit, but regardless, when you turn these cars as hard like that to avoid something, it's hard to keep them straight.
Yeah, it almost looked like I couldn't tell where the 5 car was, but it's like Denny came down across the hood, and the 11 and the 18 really looked like they got together more so than the 5 car involved. That 9 car took a tough hit, and all these guys had no place to go because they're going Some cars are going up the racetrack wrecking, some cars are coming down. Look at Denny right there. He changes lanes, and he just barely clips the 18 and gets knocked into the 16. It almost looks like, it's almost like a pinball kind of thing.
Trevor Bain took a pretty good shot, too. He actually took 2 of them.
Casey Mears is another name that was involved that I don't think we've mentioned yet.
You know, it almost looked like the 11 had such a run on the 16. He came up on him so fast, he went to turn left, and when he turned left, that's when he lost control of it.
Yeah,
watch what kind of run he has.
What's the 11? You don't see the 5 car, so the 11, see, they hook right there.
Yeah.
That was a great angle.
Yeah. They angle and told the story.
Casey had nothing to do with that. It says 11 changed lanes, the 18 was there, and they just barely hooked.
Here, see it lighted.
And Denny had a run.
Denny had a run. He was coming.
Outside of 3. Outside of 3. Easy. Come on down.
We're going to take another one here. Those headrests are so great.
Hold the brake.
I mean, they really are.
The 3 shape was pretty good. I felt the first had a lot of motor, so I had 2 guys had the 21 in line pushing me, so we're making pretty good ground there. And to tell you the truth, what happened, I don't know. Somebody wrecked in front of us. I lifted, I got spun into the fence, and then I got hit everywhere. You know what I mean? It's Daytona.
The hits were too bad, except for the last one in the right side door. But proud of our FedEx office team. You know, it just it was one of those weekends where it's tough to going into the race with not much practice and things like that. But we put ourselves in a position to win, and just like there at the end, we were all jockeying for position. Ari gets taken off cars, and it looked like the 16. I think he came down and got the right front fender, and I was already loose anyway. So it, after that, it's just you're just a ping pong ball after that point. But I got to thank my whole team for sticking by us this weekend, and we're going to Loudon and try to win that one.
You came into this race with back issues. Did you aggravate that in any of those incidents tonight, or are you now dealing with pain in other areas?
Well, I was fine. I could have done without it, that's for sure. But I'll be 100% by next weekend for sure. As much strides I take really every day in getting better. That I know once I get to Loudon next weekend, we'll be good to go. So just looking forward to getting to some of these racetracks where you can kind of control your own destiny.